Hey Siri, what's the fastest way to Steve Jobs Theater?
Take a right.
Apple is a brand loved the world over and has forged a reputation as an industry leader and trailblazer in the tech industry. Apple can pretty much write a check to do anything it pleases, and they prove that by dropping a whopping $5 billion on a cutting-edge new campus in Cupertino, California. Aptly named Apple Park, it is a behemoth structure that resembles a spaceship more than an office building and is a fitting monument to the juggernaut Apple in the tech industry. Let's take a look at the awe-inspiring digs of the Apple company. Before we get into the video, thumbs up to show your support, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. This is TechBinge. Apple Park is built on 176 acres and took 8 years to go through the planning, proposal, permit application, and construction processes. Nicknamed the Spaceship because of the scale of the circular building, it measures 1 mile in circumference with a diameter of 461 meters, or 1,512 feet. Designed by Norman Foster and engineered by Aero, it can accommodate 14,200 parking spaces and more than 12,000 staff. Steve Jobs asked that the campus blend into and be one with nature, so some 80% of Apple Park is green space that has been planted with drought-proof trees and plants. Orchids and gardens dot the property and supply fresh fruit and vegetables for the cafeterias. The structure is said to be one of the most energy-efficient structures ever built. It's completely powered by renewable energy, with solar panels installed on the roof capable of generating 17 megawatts of power, which sends juice to 75% of the structure during peak daytime hours. The air flows freely between the inside and outside of the building, providing natural ventilation throughout. This was accomplished using 4,300 hollow concrete slabs, which act as the floor and ceilings as an innovative air conditioning system, effectively making Apple Park a breathing building, with over 9,000 trees on site, including indigenous oaks and orchids, as well as meadows, sports fields, terraces, and a secluded pond. It feels more like a nature preserve than the multi-billion-dollar headquarters of one of the leading companies in the tech world. Apple Park is a testament to the innovation and the futuristic ideas that Apple is all about. Apple's new base camp was notoriously expensive to construct, with features like 4-story glass windows and a detached 1,000 theater for product announcements. It even produces electricity, powered by a solar panel covered roof. The building costs soared to such astronomical levels, partly because of the circular design. That building is gargantuan, measuring 1 mile in circumference. It's so big, buses and bikes are provided for employees to get from one end of the campus to the other. Under the building is a carefully laid out labyrinth of roads and parking spaces. The campus is equipped with 7 cafes and a 100,000 square foot fitness center. The Steve Jobs Theater seats 1,000 people. There are also 2 large buildings for the research and development facilities, as well as a care clinic for employees. There's a visitor center for people to visit, but the majority of the campus is closed to the public due to security concerns. The simple form of the ring structure is the epitome of expertise and innovation. It comprises the core elements of communal pod spaces for collaboration, private office spaces for concentrated work, and broad glazed walkways outlining the perimeter. The otherworldly building features the largest sheet of curved glass ever constructed that allow uninterrupted connection to the nature that lies outside. Although the building is cutting edge and one of a kind, that does not mean that it doesn't come with flaws. In February 2018, there were reports that emergency services had treated Apple staff for injuries caused by walking into the numerous glazed windows on the campus. 3 employees had received treatment for minor cuts to the head, and according to a report on Twitter, up to 7 people were injured at Apple Park on the first day it opened. Employees have said while the structure is a beauty to behold, some of the design decisions produced areas that appear to be free of any structure and clear to walk through, but that's surely not the case, as the glass walls have caused a number of injuries. However, the campus comes with anything an employee could want. Apple Park has 7 cafes, with the largest being a 3-level cafe for 3,000 sitting people. It has a light-colored stone lining and glass railing with no metal support and is surrounded by extensive landscape. The ground floor space of 20,000 square feet can accommodate 600 people and 1,750 seats on terraces outside, with a capacity to serve 15,000 launches a day from its many cafeterias and eateries. The underground theater, named after Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, seats up to 1,000 people and is used for product launches. Above the theater is a cylinder-shaped lobby with cylindrical-shaped glass walls and no support columns, which give an unobstructed 360-degree view of the surrounding campus. The theater also includes a 42-foot-high glass elevator that rotates 171 degrees from the bottom to the upper lobby level. The elevator is made from chemically tempered glass and is considered to be the tallest freestanding glass elevator in the world. Since its opening in 2017, the Steve Jobs Theater has been used for the product launches of the iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone X, Apple Watch Series 3, and Apple TV 4K. Apple Park does not rest on the surface of the Earth. Instead, it sits on nearly 700 huge stainless steel saucers, intended to protect the building's foundation from natural disasters, such as earthquakes. In the event of an earthquake, the campus can shift up to 4 feet on those saucers, preventing the stress that would otherwise damage or destroy conventionally constructed buildings during an earthquake. Speaking to the New York Times' Joni Ive, Apple's chief design officer said earthquake preparedness was an essential component of the building's design. I've said the late Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was inspired by Japanese building design, where base isolation technology is more common than in the US. With so much money invested into Apple Park and a little over 12,000 employees working there, there's no wonder the tech giant wants to protect it. While most of Apple Park is closed to the public, there is a visitor center for people to pursue, and it's just as cutting edge as the rest of the gigantic campus. The building is a 2-story, 20,135 square feet structure, divided into 4 main sectors. One sector is the Apple Store, which features Apple-branded merchandise like t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, tote bags, and other merch not sold at regular Apple stores. There's a 2,386 square foot cafe, an exhibition space showcasing a 3D model of Apple Park with augmented reality, and a roof terrace overlooking the campus. It opened to the public on November 17, 2017. The estimated cost of the visitors building alone is $80 million. The center is across the road from the proper and is connected to an underground parking garage with close to 700 spaces. The garage was built at an estimated cost of $31 million. Apple Park is located 1.2 miles east of the original Apple headquarters that was constructed back in 1977. With the company being based in Cupertino for so long, Apple decided to build in the area rather than move to another location. Keeping its roots where it started as opposed to abandoning its beginnings is one of the reasons Apple is so loved in that area of California. And I'm pretty sure the top-of-the-line high-tech structure doesn't hurt property values in that neighborhood. Apple spared no expense with its new headquarters, giving its employees an environment to work in most people would kill for. One thing's for sure, I'd rather live in Apple's cutting-edge earthly spaceship headquarters than in my one-bedroom condo. So what do you think of Apple's $5 billion headquarters? Sound off in the comment section below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. Until next time.